Laszlo Bock, the guy behind work rules and the head honcho of people operations at Google, breaks down why Google is basically the rockstar of companies. So here's the deal. Google doesn't just throw tons of perks at its employees and gives out stock options like candy, though let's be honest, those are pretty sweet. They actually listen to what their people have to say. And that's how they build those killer connections with employees and totally crush the competition. But wait, there's more. Employees are constantly encouraged to come up with fresh ways to organize things. Google is also the place where the CEO is like, hey, let's talk. And there is even a question and answer for employees where they get to speak their mind and feel like a boss, even if they're not the actual boss. And then, hold on to your hats, Google went ahead and introduced this whole new scene called bureaucracy busters. Basically, it's all about gathering feedback and ideas from everyone, not just their higher ups. Quite right, but seriously, here's the $1 million question. What makes Google so freaking amazing? Well, let's start with the basics. Hire the best or train the rest, right? Wrong. Google went for option 1. Every year, millions of people apply and they handpick only around 5,000 of them because Google knows you don't need a degree from Harvard to be a genius. Sometimes the smartest people don't even go to the fancy Ivy League schools. Crazy concept, right? Let's take Karen for example. She was the CEO of the consulting firm, super impressive stuff. But Google knew she was the person for the job, and they patiently waited for her to come on board. Why? Because Google is like, we need people who are even smarter than us. Yeah, think about humble bragging. If you want to get the best out of your crew, take a page out of Google's playbook. Ditch the crazy hierarchy. Google has just 4 levels: senior director, department head, executive manager, and employee. Boom, that's it. No need for endless layers of decision makers. Get rid of the unnecessary drama and focus on what really matters: information. It's about flow, not the fancy titles. Here's the thing about most companies. You've got the top dogs, the slacker dogs, and then everyone in between, your average flux, just doing their job. Google focus on finding those shining stars and helping those who need a title more TLC. No shame in that. And guess what? Google even went scientific on this. They have a whole research team called P-Lab that studies why their top employees are, well, top-notch. Their findings: if you work for a rockstar manager, you perform up to 18 better than someone with a mediocre boss. But here's where it gets interesting. Google figured out that performance dips often come down to either a lack of motivation or just not having the right skill set. So they pump up their staff with tailored training and give them more fitting tasks. Not a waste of money like most companies that toss money at training without thinking it through. Oh, and another thing, Google totally flips the script on pay. Sometimes a lower level employee makes more than others, but it's all part of the strategy to keep people happy and loyal. No one wants to leave when the perks are that good. Am I right? Instead of boring cash bonuses, Google offers experience like trips, dinners, and parties. Nothing bonds people like a good dinner and some epic karaoke. Sure, they've had a few slip-ups like summing 4 leaks every year, but hey, no company is perfect, right? They handle it, but let's be real, there's always gonna be that one guy who leaks something. Between 2006 and 2009, Google was popping off with new products, and Larry Page, one of the founders, decided that if something wasn't killing it, it had to go. If Google is not getting top results, you'll just swap it for something that will. But wait, fun doesn't stop there. Eventually, some employees start feeling like innovation and perks were their entitlement, like it was a right, not a treat. To fix that, Google called them out. They were like, hey y'all, you're acting like these benefits are a given. Get over yourselves. And guess what? It totally worked. People got real humble real quick. Thanks for watching our videos. Hit the subscribe for watching more summaries of this popular book.